Dear students, today I discuss the last part of heredity. It includes the incomplete dominance, that is deviation of Mendelism, sex determination in man, and some genetic diseases. Remember, if you follow these three parts carefully and repeatedly, then you will be able to understand the heredity clearly. Now come to the point. After the rediscovery of Mendelism, a number of scientists experimented with many or different types of plants and animals following Mendel's path shown by him. Till now, no deviation or defect is noticed in Mendel's first law, but in some cases the deviation is noticed in law of dominance. That is generally the red color of petal of flower is dominant over white. But when scientist Corens cross between pure red and pure white flower in hybrid, that is in F1, he obtained all pink flowers, not the red or not the white. This is the deviation of law of dominance. It is called incomplete dominance. So what is incomplete dominance? In hybrid condition, in a homologous chromosome pair, the contrasting alleles, when neither express in phenotype completely, that is neither dominant over the other, instead a blended character appears in them, it is known as incomplete dominance. So now we come to this cross. That is, Corens experimented with the plant Mirabilis jalapa, evening primrose or snapdragon. So selected plant Mirabilis jalapa. Or evening primrose. Selected character, color of petal of flower, contrasting traits, red and white. Genotype of pure red flower, pure red. Genotype of pure white flower. Now you cross following Mendel's rule, that is monohybrid cross. Capital R, male parental generation cross, small r, female gamete, capital R, small r, meiosis. Then cross fertilization, pollination and fertilization, cross fertilization, capital R, small r, F1, pink. So in normal rule, the flower would the red. But here, not the red, not the white, the intermediate, that is pink. Then he allowed self-pollination. Here, the similar way, the male and female sex organ, male and female sex organs of bisexual flower of F1. Let two types of gamete form, capital R and small r. Here also two types of gamete, capital R and small r gamete. Now you do the checkerboard or cross as you wish. Male, female, capital R, small r, capital R, small r. So capital R, red, capital R, small r, pink, capital R, small r, pink, and small r, white. F2. Now phenotypic ratio. So phenotypic ratio, you see the red, pink, white. The phenotypic ratio red is to pink is to white equal to 1 is to 2 is to 1. Genotypic ratio pure red is to hybrid pink is to pure white. 1 is to 2 is to 1. The pure red, capital R, hybrid pink, capital R, small r, and pure white, small r. So here the phenotypic and genotypic ratio same. It is the incomplete dominance. You follow in hybrid condition the pink flowers are produced. So it is assumed that is the factors according to Mendel by genes blended. But it is not true. Here also it follows the law of segregation. That is, during gametogenesis they are segregated. Here you see gametogenesis they are segregated, capital R, small r, and are distributed in different gametes, and that is why red and white again reappear. If there was any such blending, only the pink flower should produce generation after generation. So there is no deviation in Mendel's first law. Okay? Now it is the incomplete dominance. Now remember, if there is the question, the red and white flower is of snapdragon flower or evening primrose or mirabilis jalapa, or it is said that it is in red flower is incompletely dominant over the white, then only you do such incomplete dominance cause. Otherwise, when red and white is crossed, then it follows the Mendel's monohybrid cause. That is, when red and white is crossed, then red flowers produced in F1. And then in F2 the phenotypic ratio red is to white 3 is to 1, genotypic ratio that is 1 is to 2 is to 1. 7. Now come the sex determination in man. Sex determination in man. You know, in human body, in each cell, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes, of which the first 22 pairs are similar in both male and female. these are autosomes, and the last pair, that is 23rd pair, different in male and female, they are called allosomes or sex chromosomes, and which are responsible for determination of sex. In female, the allosomes are X and X, and which are written as XX. While in male, these allosomes are X and Y and written as XY. So, genotype of human male 44A plus XY. A equal to autosome. Genotype of human female 44A plus XX. Now we come to the clause to show the sex determination. How does it occur? That is 44A plus XY, so it is male. 44A plus XX, female. Now gamete formation. You know, during gamete formation meiosis occurs, so chromosome number reduces to half. So here allosomes are of two types, so two types of gametes are formed. 22A plus X and 22A plus Y. Here only one type of gamete, 22A plus X gamete. Now if 22A plus X fertilizes the female gamete, then 44A plus XX daughter. And if the Y chromosome bearing gamete fertilizes, then 44A plus XY son. So from this cross you observe that male plays the key role in the determination of sex. That is, male produces two types of gamete, X type, Y type, and hence male is called heterogametic sex, while female produces only one type of gamete, X type, and hence called homogametic sex. You see that which male gamete fertilizes the female gamete is the factor in the determination of sex. If Y chromosome bearing male gamete fertilizes the female gamete, then son, otherwise daughter. So male plays the key role. There is no role of female. And you see that is daughter has the two X chromosome, of which one comes from the father and the other comes from the mother. The son bears the one X and one Y chromosome. X chromosome comes from his mother and Y from his father. It is the sex determination. Now come some genetic diseases. In human population, there are some diseases which are inherited generation after generation and generally not curable. These are called hereditary diseases. Since these are caused due to defect of genes, they are called genetic diseases. So what are the causes of genetic diseases? The genetic diseases mainly occurs due to change of a gene or a set of genes, that is change in the DNA or the change in the number of chromosome or shape of chromosome. So what is the cause of this change of the DNA or such, it is mutation. You already studied it. So due to mutation, the change in gene occurs. As a result, the gene which codes for a particular protein, and then the change gene produces the another protein, that is product becomes different, and this product is not required to the body and it causes the disease. It is the cause of disease. You know, the gene codes the particular polypeptide sequence, that is protein, and which caused by the arrangement of amino acids, definite amino acids. But if changes occur in place of normal amino acid which present in the protein, the another amino acids mainly arranged in this polypeptide chain. As a result, the different product is produced. Okay? Besides, in human body, a number of proto-oncogene have been discovered. When proto-oncogenes mutate, these are converted into oncogenes. These are cancerous genes, and oncogene causes cancer in man. Now, you see that the genetic diseases that are seen in human body may be caused in the autosome or in the sex chromosome, that is mainly X chromosome. If it is caused due to change or mutation of a gene in autosome, it is called autosomal disease. And if sex chromosome, it is called sex chromosomal disease. Some autosomal genetic diseases like thalassemia, albinism, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, etc. Some X chromosomal disease or sex chromosomal diseases, color blindness, hemophilia, muscular dystrophy, etc. And now we come some diseases like number one, thalassemia. It is an autosomal disease. Thalassemia occurs due to change or mutation of gene present in the autosome number 11, autosome number 16. If mutation occurs in the chromosome number 16, here in homologous chromosome pair, two pairs of genes present, HBA1, HBA2. Similarly, here HBA1 and HBA2. Due to mutation of this gene, the thalassemia occurs is known as alpha thalassemia. Similarly, in the chromosome number 11, there is a pair of genes HBB. Due to mutation of HBB gene, beta thalassemia occurs. So thalassemia two types, alpha and beta. Thalassemia is a blood-borne disease. In this disease, the hemoglobin coding gene, these are the hemoglobin coding genes. Hemoglobin coding genes is either absent or defective. In absence of hemoglobin coding gene or due to defect, hemoglobin is not synthesized at all or synthesized in less amount. As a result, oxygen carrying capacity in the body reduces. That causes anemia. It is the anemic disease. And as a result, body becomes pale. easy fatigue and tiredness, weight loss, etc. are the common symptoms. Due to thalassemia, the patient needs the regular whole blood transfusion. That is, total blood is to be transfused at regular intervals. It is painful and costly. Due to repeated blood transfusion, the huge amount of or number of RBCs are destroyed, and as a result, iron deposited, that is iron overload in the body occurs, and this iron overload may damage heart, liver, endocrine system, etc. Also, due to huge amount of RBC destruction, spleen enlarges in size. It is called splenomegaly. There are the two types of thalassemia according to expression: thalassemia major and thalassemia minor. If such HbA2 genes, both the pair of genes are defective, then no hemoglobin synthesis occurs. It is called thalassemia major. And if only one pair become defective, then thalassemia minor. The similar phenomenon also occurs in case of beta thalassemia. Now you come some problems. Suppose it is autosomal disease. Suppose you are given a problem that a carrier, thalassemic carrier male marries a thalassemic carrier female. It is the autosomal disease, so the child, either male or female, that is no consideration. It is not the factor. If the thalassemic gene is present, it happens or not such. The thalassemic gene, mutated gene, is recessive. You know, generally mutated genes are recessive. So, to being thalassemic, he or she must be homozygous. To solve this problem, at first you write the normal gene. Suppose a box, and thalassemic gene, that is mutated gene, thalassemic gene, you block the box. Now you write genotype of carrier. Since both male and female are carrier, so you need not write male female, only write the carrier. Write two chromosomes, and here normal gene and its homologous pair, here block, that is thalassemic gene, that is the carrier. Now you do the cross, what will be the probability? Normal thalassemic male, normal thalassemic gene female, gamete, normal thalassemic gamete. Similarly, here also two types of gamete, normal and thalassemic. If fertilization occurs in such a way, here both the chromosome bears normal gene, so normal child, here one is normal and other is defective, so carrier child, here also the same, carrier child, and here both the chromosome bears the thalassemia gene, so it is thalassemia child. Here you do not write F1, do not do any ratio, because in human body the 4 children not formed. Here only you write the probability. What is the probability of the child of the disease? That is probability. Here the normal child 25%, carrier child always phenotype normal 50%, and thalassemic child 25%. Similarly, you do the other problems. Suppose a carrier male marries a thalassemic female, a thalassemic male marries a normal female in such a way. Okay? So it is the autosomal, now sex chromosomal. You follow the sex chromosomal disease are mainly X chromosomal. Sex chromosomal disease like color blindness or hemophilia. The pattern of inheritance in both cases the same. You know, in female 2 X chromosomes are present, and in male 1 X 1 Y present. These genes, the mutated genes, are recessive. So, in case of female, if she will be color blind or hemophilic, it must be homozygous. But in case of male, since only 1 X chromosome and 1 Y chromosome is present, Y chromosome is comparatively shorter, there is no corresponding allele of X chromosome in the Y. X chromosome, in X chromosome the genes are present, these are not present in Y chromosome. And this condition is known as hemizygous condition. So if the defective gene, that is mutated gene, either carbinase or hemophilic or such, present in the X chromosome, the male will be affected. Here this gene behaves as dominant. So male never be carrier. Here now we discuss the suppose hemophilia. Hemophilia also the blood related disease. In this disease, due to non-synthesis of blood clotting factor, the bleeding, blood clotting occurs very slowly, and in minor injury or cut, continuous bleeding occurs. Due to absence of clotting factor 8, the royal hemophilia occurs, and due to absence of factor 9, the Christmas disease, another hemophilia occurs. Suppose you are given a problem, a carrier female marries a normal male. In case of hemophilia, the normal gene, now you write the normal gene, small h plus, and hemophilic gene, small h. Now you write genotype of carrier female. You may do it in such a way the AXC plus, AXH plus, AXH, but it is better if you take the lines as chromosome, that is XX. in one H plus normal gene and another H, it is the carrier. The genotype of normal male, X, H plus Y. Now you do the cross. X, H plus, X, H, female, X, H plus, Y, male. So here are two types of gamete, X, H plus, X, H. Here are also two types of gamete, X, H plus and Y gamete. If this gamete fertilizes this, then X, H plus, H plus. So normal daughter. If this chromosome fertilizes this, that is X, H plus, Y, so normal son, if that is X, H and X, H plus, carrier daughter, and if fertilizes that is X, H, Y, so hemophilic son. Similarly, probability. You write the probability. The normal daughter 25%, normal son 25%, carrier daughter 25%, and hemophilic son 25%. In this way, the other problems you can solve. That is, suppose a hemophilic female marries a normal male, or a hemophilic male marries a carrier female in such a way. The similar pattern of the cross you follow in case of color blindness. Okay, there is no other system. The last, genetic counseling. Genetic counseling means that is to eradicate the genetic diseases to the newborns, or to give birth to healthy normal child. The genetic counseling is necessary. Before marriage or after marriage, the couples or the male female must go to the genetic counselors. Genetic counselors analyze their family history and the others, and then give them the advice, and they say about the probability of the disease to the newborn. And in case of couple, if pregnancy occurs, then they advise to amniocentesis. That is, embryo grows within the amnion cavity, which filled with fluid, which contains the chromosomes of the baby. And after analyzing these chromosomes, the geneticist can say that it is normal or any genetic disease may occur. And according to this, they advise the couple either abortion or such. There is no other systems. Now we complete the total heredity. And out of these you see that is the color blindness, the similar but color blindness, the different types. That it also occurs due to defect of the genes. But color blindness means someone cannot detect the red color. That is the protanopia. Someone cannot detect the green, deuteranopia. and there is the rare phenomenon that is blue. It is not seen generally. Now you complete the heredity. Dear students, respected teachers, view after view you give the like or share or subscribe and give comments so that I can inspire. That is, these reactions from you inspire me and to do the future video for you. Okay, thank you.